Hello, welcome to Yoga with Rach. I'm Rach, thank you for joining me today. We're going to have a little look at some stretches for the neck and shoulders. So find a comfortable seat. I'm going to be sitting up on a block, so I'm just going to tuck that underneath my tailbone. So it helps to create a little bit of space into the lower back. Also lets my hips and knees relax a little bit more. But find where it feels comfortable for you to land. Just giving the shoulders a little shrug as we release them down and away from the ears. So a lot of us might find that the shoulders live up here, or we might sort of find that we're rounding through the spine. So we want to find that lift in the chin and the chest. So we're just rolling the shoulders down and away. As we do, we're starting to get that lift of the chin and the chest. So rather than hunching over, we're getting that lovely, more neutral spine. So we're not overextending here, but we're trying to find that point where we're sort of tipping and tucking the chin and the chest. You might find the tailbone joins in as well, as we just try to find that neutral placement for the back. And for some of us, because it is the neutral placement where we're naturally supposed to land, because we don't spend a lot of time there, this may feel quite uncomfortable. So see how it feels as we do start to release the neck and the shoulders. They might be a bit crunchy, a bit poppy, a bit clicky. So as long as it's not a painful sort of sensation, that's fine. And I will put a link at the end of the video for the myofascial or myofascial release, where you can use like the foam rolling or the tennis balls. That's really good for getting into the neck and the shoulders. So from here, we're going to just release the shoulders. And we're going to just move the chin in towards the chest. So we're not rounding the spine, we're keeping the spine nice and neutral, but we're just starting to tuck the chin in towards the chest. Just finding that length in the neck. And then start to lift the chin looking forward, and then start to lift the chin looking up. Check you're not holding your breath. Starting to lower the chin, have that little pause, so you're looking forward. Then we tuck the chin towards the chest. Check that you're not rounding the spine, so it's not a seated cat-cow. When you're ready, lift the chin, looking forward. Slowly we lift the chin, looking up. So the movement is just the chin lifting and lowering, keeping your awareness with the breath. Just see which one feels more natural. So some of us might feel this is more natural to actually stay in neutral, or some of us, because we live here, we're rounding the spine and not wanting to engage in what's going on around us, we might find this is more neutral or more natural for us. Or do we find that we overextend, and you might even then find that the back of your head starting to find the shoulder blades. So just a few more rounds, tucking the chin to chest, slowly we lifting the chin. So if you're used to rolling the neck, stop doing that, because you're going to be pinching the blood supply that's going through the neck, which can make you feel a little bit dizzy. So as nice as it feels, it's nice to roll the shoulders, it's nice to roll the hips, but these are ball and socket joints, your neck isn't. So if you like to do that, then this is what we're going to have a go with instead. We're going to find this crescent move. So we're going to keep the chin tucked into chest, and then have a go rolling one ear over towards the shoulder, keeping the shoulder down. Rolling as we tuck the chin to chest, and then keep rolling over to the side, drawing the ear towards the shoulder, keeping the shoulder away from the ear, so you're not lifting up. So you're slowly rolling the neck, but only forward and over. So we can tuck the chin to chest, rolling to one side, keeping your awareness with the breath, tucking the chin to chest, rolling to the other side. So just do that once or twice on each side. tuck the chin to chest and slowly come back up. So hopefully we've got a little bit more release in the neck. So we're going to have a little go with a couple more working into the shoulders. So we're going to see if we can try and find the clavicle, the collarbone, then it's sort of this bone that sticks out on the front top of the chest around the pecs. We want to find, doesn't matter which side you start with, we want to find the shoulder blade and then place one hand just below it. So you're not on the bony part of that part of the body, you're just finding the muscles of the pecs in front. And then you're going to place your other hand on top and we're going to very gently push in and then pull the muscles down. So you're just inviting a stretch. So if you're on or underneath your left shoulder blade or left shoulder collarbone, then you're going to slowly turn the chin to look over the right side. So it's not a twist where you're looking behind, but you're looking in the opposite direction as you gently push in and pull down. And you might feel this through the neck, over the shoulder, over the back of the shoulder, over the front of the shoulder, down into the pectorals, which we're also stretching. And some of you might not feel anything, which is fine. So this video is all about finding the right stretch for you to stretch the neck and the shoulders. Slowly coming back round, releasing the hands, and we're going to find the other side. So find that bony part of your collarbone or clavicle, and we're going to place the hand just underneath that so you're not pushing on the bone. Place the other hand on top of that hand and you just gently push in and push down. So it's that similar feeling that if you were to go and get a massage, you might feel them push down or in and down, so they're getting deeper into the muscles rather than staying superficial on the top. So we're finding the collarbone and just underneath, placing both hands, push gently down or in and then pull down. And then if you're on the right side, the same as me, we're going to look over the left, but you always look in the opposite direction. Don't worry if you work to the other side, just that side was more natural for you to work with first. And you might find, same as I do this side, I don't tend to find as much of a stretch. You might not hold the pose for as long, perfectly fine. When you are ready to release, coming back to centre, releasing the hands, give the shoulders a little shrug. So there's a similar variation with this one that you might find works better for you, or you might prefer this variation over the next one we're going to have a go with. But we're going to take one arm behind us, so I'm going to guide you with the same side. So I'm going to take my left arm behind my back, bringing the back of my hand towards my right hip, and I'm going to use my right hand and interlace the fingers and encourage that left hand over to my right hip. So I'm starting to roll the left shoulder blade down and away from my left ear. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall so we haven't collapsed in as you've pulled that arm behind you. And we've got the hands to the right, so we're going to gently have a go of looking over that right shoulder. So this one's where it gets a little bit different. So you're looking away from the shoulder that you're stretching. So whereas with the pectoral stretch, where we had the hands just underneath the shoulder or the collarbone, we looked away from where the hands were placed. With this one, we're inviting that stretch into the left shoulder again, so we're looking over the right shoulder. And you can always have a go, just notice the difference because we're not pulling that right shoulder. So if you look over the left shoulder, you won't feel much of a stretch. Whereas this one, because we're encouraging that shoulder to roll down and away, it starts to invite that stretch as we gently start to look over. And you might again feel that through the side, the front of the neck. And coming back to centre, we can spin the hands around to the side. So you're taking the right arm behind you, bringing it over to the left hip, interlacing the fingers, drawing the right shoulder down and away from the back. And now we can turn to look over the left shoulder. And you can hold these stretches for as long as feels comfortable. They're really nice ones to do exactly as you are, where you're seated. We can come back to centre and release, giving the shoulders a little shrug. Hopefully they feel a little bit more down and back rather than up and round than when we first started. But you can do these anywhere, so you could do these ones first thing in the morning, you could do this thing last thing as you get home, you collapse down on the sofa but find that the shoulders feel tight. You might do these at your desk, you might do these in your morning commute as long as you're not the designated driver. You might be doing this whilst you're flying if you know that you feel that tension, if you've been carrying bags, etc. So it's a really lovely one to focus on getting that lift and helping you just to keep that neutral spine, because if the shoulders are in the right place, then we're going to have to find that release for the lower back as well. So thank you very much for joining me. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'll pop a button up here and I'll pop in the link for the myofascial release where I'm using the tennis ball, the foam roller or the spiky balls. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. It does help on YouTube. And then if you do have any questions or have any practices that you would like to request, do pop them in the comments below. And thank you very much for joining me. Namaste.